and welcome to Publisher Spotlight. And right now we're going to talk about books that show ways of being kind. So thanks for this kindness moment. And we have a few things to show you, but there's so many more on our Pinterest board, so be sure to go and check that out. Let's start off with Some Days from Amazon Crossing Kids. This is a book from Argentina that looks into how sometimes you just need a little bit of space and you need a place to be safe. And if you don't have that place where you feel safe, sometimes you have to make it yourself. So I think the illustrations are just exquisite in this, and I think every child's going to find something that really resonates with them. So this is Some Days. Next up, we have When the Earth Shook from Tilbury House. And this is about being kind to the earth. We all need to be kind to the earth, don't we? So this is talking about climate change, but also in ways that you yourself can be kind to our planet and to each other. So that is When the Earth Shook. And again, really interesting illustrations that I think are very, very kid-friendly. Any kid can do a crumpled up piece of paper and make it look like the earth, right? Sure, that looks easy, but isn't this beautiful? So this is from Tilbury House. Next up, speaking of things that to be kind to, how about bees? This is the thing about bees from Readers to Eaters, and it's also an audio from Live Oak Media. Read by the author himself, Shabazz Larkin, and this is also a love letter from Shabazz to his boys. So you have all the exuberance of being around bees, but also lots of facts about them. This is just such a wonderful book about realizing where we live and how we need to share our planet with other creatures and learn from them, and that's the thing about bees. Check out the audiobook because it is fabulous, and his sons actually make an appearance in there and they do all the buzzing in the background. Next up, So Many Different Ways to Be Kind. This book has 125 ways to be kind. You know, I actually was a recipient of some kindness this week when a neighborhood girl left a little note in my mailbox. It just made my day. So you just never know the power of what you can do. This is from Story Press, and it has ideas that work with you wherever you are. Yeah, lots of ways to be kind. Next up, from Toward Teen, we have Lily's story, and these are wonderful stories about dogs. In this case, this is a puppy tale by Bruce Campbell, and this is a whole series. I did say that, right? Yes, because if you're a dog person, you want these books. So Lily is the smallest dog in her litter, and you think that maybe she's not going to get picked up, but sometimes little dogs can do things that big dogs can't do, and Lily, the rescue pup, comes to the rescue of another dog. So kids can read about that and enjoy that story. Sometimes not being noticed is a good thing, and this is a story about a quiet girl and who's very observant, and sometimes it's okay just to see what's happening around you, and other people learn how to appreciate that quality. And kindness is one of those things that if you start it, it can grow, and that's what Britta Teckentrip tells us in this book from Tiger Tales. By the way, Quiet Girls from Pajama Press. And as Britta Teckentrip usually does, it has die cuts. So it has that wonderful interactive element. We see kindness as this little tree that is nurtured and grows bigger and bigger and bigger until finally it takes over the whole book. And isn't that the way kindness should be? And that is Kindness Grows. And I had to include this because we just lost Sam McBratney, and he is one of my favorites. So this is a follow-up, and this is the little nut brown hare finds a friend. So you know these books, and they're beautiful and gentle and filled with his lovely spirit. This is the follow-up to Guess How Much I Love You. So thank you, Sam McBratney and Anita Jerem. And lastly, what better place to end than with Hello Neighbor, The Kind and Caring World of Mr. Rogers, published by Holiday House. This is by Caldecott medalist Matthew Cordell, and it just is the story of his life and all the different things that Mr. Rogers did. And you know, let me just leave you with this. Won't you be my neighbor? Thank you so much for visiting, and please tune into our other booth walkabouts. Bye.